What's up, chat? What's up, YouTube? Need a Podcast, episode 95. We are closing in on that episode hundo bundo. Now, what I want to do for the episode 100, I'm going to have a best of the Needed Podcast. We are going to have clips from the first 100 episodes, the best clips, all that, everything. So if you guys have something you remember from the last 100 episodes, please let me know. Please let me know. I should include it. So that's what I ask you guys, whether you're in the chat or in the YouTube, man. Is there anything you remember that's like, damn, that was funny? That was my favorite moment. Make sure we put that in the compilation we're going to drop for the most part. But this is a big week. It's a big week, boys. Madden is out. But even bigger news, the MCS news dropped today. The MCS news dropped today, and the biggest, it's a lot of big news with the MCS, for real. It's both, I don't want to say more money. I'm feeling like there's, now I don't know. I don't really know the exact details, because I'll be real, when they tweet stuff and I read these, it's like, I don't know if it, I don't know how to explain how it's like not the easiest thing for me to understand, but maybe I'm a little lost. Maybe I'm like a little slow, which is possible, but it's like, bro, once again, the Club Series is the biggest thing in the world, but I couldn't really tell if you guys, and you guys can help me. I don't know if you guys looked into this, but I really couldn't tell if there was another tournament. I couldn't tell if the only tournament was Club Series. That's something I couldn't really tell that much, for the most part, from this internet site. Which, oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this one. This is where I'm at from this internet site. Yeah, I saw Madden Challenge, and I saw this right here, Madden Challenge. And really nothing else on it, honestly. No Classic, Club Championship, the Madden Bowl. So for me, there's pretty much no information given on the Madden Challenge or the Madden Bowl. Club Championship, boom. So that's pretty much where we're at. It's pretty much the Club Championship is the most noise. And the biggest news is, one, is that it's going to be, and then they have this Tuesday thing, which obviously, them putting it in mid-podcast time. I'm not going to say it was intentional, but it's just, if you're EA and you're doing Madden, you can put it on any day of the week. You can put it on Wednesday. You can put it on Saturday night. You can put it on Sunday afternoon instead of football. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to go ahead and put it right podcast time, pretty low blow, I'll be honest. They're kind of hip to what's going on. Yeah, I really felt like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Now, I don't know what this is. Now, I will tell you this. I have zero interest in ever watching Madden or football players play Madden. It's kind of almost like watching us go to YMCA and play basketball. I never understood why they continually think that's a good idea. I guess they have, I don't know, dude. I guess it does good, but I don't know. I guess because I'm a Madden guy and it's not interesting. I don't think it's ever that entertaining. I don't think it's ever that amazing when NFL players are involved in anything. But we'll see where it goes. Maybe it's the it'll open the floodgates for more NFL fans, honestly. So we'll see. We'll see pretty much if you guys ever like that. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. It's not really the biggest, I don't know. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it looks pretty cool. But like I said, the Direct Tuesday, pretty low blow, I'll be honest. But you know what? This is just going to enhance the podcast. See, that's what's crazy. Like, they look, and it seems like it might hurt the podcast. But no, this is going to enhance the podcast. Because what we can do now, who knows? If knowing EA, this King of the Hill thing might be kind of corny, but it might be popping. And if it is, we can do a pregame show. We can do a watch party, and then we can do a post-game show. So every single Tuesday, we will still be live no matter what. See, it really doesn't matter what they put in the way of the podcast. We will push through, and we will be dominant. All right, boys? That's how I feel about it. So that's how I don't know how this Tuesday thing works. Yeah, I really don't know what the thing is. And like I said, we don't know nothing about the Madden Challenge or nothing about the Madden Bowl. And Club Championship, the biggest news, there's two keys. There's two keys to the biggest news of this Club Championship. One is that this is on straight mutt. Being on straight mutt, being on straight mutt is without a doubt the biggest news from it. Honestly, that's the biggest. It's something that we have talked about on this podcast probably endless times, is the straight mutt thing. We always have agreed that it's probably going to be good for the growth of the entire game. I think it's going to be good to try to attract some of the super bots into the competitive Madden. They don't have to worry about salary cap, which all in all is kind of weak. That I guess this signals the end of the salary cap regime, or the end of the salary cap, just everything about salary cap, So that's kind of rough to think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, SC really was the best move, and they just really couldn't figure it out with the ability. The abilities in Madden 20 gameplay made it kind of weak. But I think Mutt will be a better experience for a lot of people, honestly. Patriots fan, there he is, tier 1. Thank you. I missed another sub. I'm sorry, I was in the middle of a nice monologue, but this is how I feel, and the initial, and I've seen a lot of this on the social media world. The initial output, the initial thoughts of this is that Madden now is Madden is pay to play. Now, I want you guys to understand that, one, salary cap is just as expensive, if not more expensive than MUT. It always has been. The biggest difference between MUT and salary cap is that salary cap, you don't have like offensive linemen or backups or defensive linemen. You still have to get every brand new card that comes out. If there's a Randy Moss that comes out, I have to get that card instantly. All my skill players, all the guys that cost a lot, I still want those dudes all the time. Also, with all the changing players, new cap, new positioning, new different levels of cap per power-ups, you're constantly changing and constantly changing in this game. Takes up tons of training. And what does training take up? Tons of money. So salary cap, consistently changing your team and trying new players to fit different salary cap will always cost more than straight MUT, where you can just put people, you can set it and forget it, as they say with the rotisserie chicken, I believe. Was that not rotisserie chicken? Set it and forget it. That's what you kind of do with your MUT team. Whereas salary cap, you're kind of tweaking it every single way you go. That's the key to salary cap, is making the best team. So for me, it's not any more expensive to compete in Madden. It's not. Without a doubt, it's not. It's the same. It's not going to have any aspect on that. It's going to practically be the same, But excited for MUT. Excited for all the professional players to play MUT. Now, I'll tell you, the Needed Gaming Invitational was MUT. Everybody loved it. I'm not going to say they took my idea. Listen. I'm not going to say they took that from me too. They taken my Tuesdays. They're going to take, they're going to take this MUT head-to-head. Honestly, we talked about MUT head-to-head for the longest on here, and have been pro MUT head-to-head on this podcast for a long time. So glad they're going in that direction. I think it's going to be a positive, really. But I would probably say the bigger news in all of this is, we got to go with the prize pool, with this money right here. Now, $750,000, only the top four. We're not paying, Timmy Raincoat that came in 6th place of his club $1,000. We're not doing that. We're just paying the top 64, which honestly for me, I make that top 32 and we'll be cool. Make that top 32, and I think that would be pretty cool, But we're getting there. Top 64 is still whoever makes the final 2 of their club. Yeah, the final game of their club will go ahead and take that or take some type of paycheck. No, for me, now hear me on this, is like, okay, I don't know how they're going to do like PlayStation and Xbox, you know, because we're obviously not leaving our houses. So I'm assuming, hear me on this, I'm assuming you're going to get an Xbox champ and a PlayStation champ. And once you do that, I would assume that EA is going to send you some sort of system. I'm just assuming that. Therefore, you're going to pay your Xbox champion, you're going to pay your PlayStation champion, and then maybe send the PlayStation champion to Xbox. Right? Because therein lies your top 64 as a champion from each console. But we'll see how they do it actually. But $750K. The biggest thing for this is, I mean, first place being $150,000 is crazy. That's a lot of money. That's substantial. You know, that's a 50% increase from last year in the final game, or the final winner's purse, $150K. And then second place is $80,000. $80,000 is more than I made from winning my belt. It's more than, honestly, outside of club, the 100K ones, it's the biggest prize. 80K is bigger than every belt other than the MCS, the main bowl championship, and the club series. It's bigger than the challenge. It's bigger than the classic. I mean, pretty much 4 times bigger than the classic and the challenge, or at least 2.5 times bigger than it. So 80K is a lot for second place, and then third and fourth get $50,000. So this is big. This right here, and we've asked about this all the time. Make it top heavy. I make the final 4. I want $50,000. You know, I make the final 8. I want $25K. Shit, if I make final 16, I get $15,000. You know, if I win my club, I get 7.5. You know, I think this prize structure right here is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. You know, and if we looked at it, man, this would be pretty cool if there was 4 tournaments like this, right? You know, and that's essentially where we want to go. $750K in total prize. I'm going to go ahead and assume the challenge and the bowl, we're going to get maybe another $500K. You know, maybe another $500K for that between the challenge and the bowl. So we'd be up to around like $1.2 million. You know, I think that's where we'd be at, honestly. Yeah, yeah, because then you'd be sitting at what? You'd be sitting around $3 million. You know, if you had 4 tournaments like this. So, and I don't know how much this thing is going to be, this King of the Hill thing. I really don't know how this works. All I know is that it's Tuesdays at 8 p.m. It could be Tuesdays at 6. It could be Tuesdays at 7. It could be Monday at 4. You know, but they picked, you know, it's cool. It's cool, you know. Listen, there's a reason why the podcast pop. 1.4. Oh, it does say that. Oh, that's not bad. I guess 1.4 is a little improvement, right? But then again, I mean, yeah. Oh, the video. I'm not really a video guy. Let's see. I can't even find the shit. Oh, the season trailer. This thing. Whoa.
All the long nights, the early mornings. Today is game day. Let's go!
Sure, things look different this year.
I'm in your head.
It's not the same look. Your reality is different. You have the same discipline. You have the skills, the drive. You're just waiting for the right opportunity. Game on.
Let's go!
Yes, sir! Look at the emotion!
Get up out of it! Get up out of it! Let's go! that same energy. Now you get flooded. You don't see that all the time. Oh, man.
That's absolutely nuts.
When you're really just trying to milk someone out.
This is how you get back in the ball game.
Finish this, come on.
See ya! Bye-bye!
It doesn't get bigger than this.
Ooh, that was fancy. My man Curl with the sub, man. What's up, buddy? Thank you. That was fancy. No, but look good, I guess. Yes, the way the game has played in the first, Soul Blighter said, I hope one passer wins. Now that brings us to the best topic that we can talk about is Madden. You know, MCS looks good. I think everything we got today was a positive thing. Like I said, I let's talk about Madden. And he says, I hope a passer wins a belt. And from what I've played for the first weekend, I 1,000,000% think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to have a great game to watch. You know, I also feel like it's going to be the biggest bunch versus bunch game ever. You know, I think that's the case. You know, I do think someone will find a way to run the ball. I really think somebody's going to find a way to run the ball. So, yeah, the prize pool has gone up about 100K every year. That's kind of their increase, really. You know, so for me, yeah, I think, you know, I think from what I've watched and what I've played, bunch is going to be good. It's going to be good. I think passing is going to be effective because the zones cover what they're supposed to cover. And we'll talk about zones and whether you guys think, if you guys think there's anything bad about the game so far, please, by all means, let it fly. Let me know. But for me, like I said, I think it's going to be a heavy passing game. I think a passer will win pretty much every belt unless there's a way somebody's going to find a way to run. There might be the eye close guys or something like that. I honestly feel like I kind of stopped the run without trying to stop it. You know, that's kind of how I feel, you know. But for me, I do think it's going to be passing. And the positives right here. I mean, the quarterback gets rid of the ball. You get yards on underneath passes. You can effectively pass the ball. Hear me out. You can effectively pass the ball under 10 yards and have a good offense. That's kind of how I feel. You don't need... Last year it was like, I'm throwing a corner route or I'm throwing a deep post or nothing. I can never really throw anything else. One, because you really couldn't break any tackles. You know, if your player didn't have bruiser or arm bar or anything like that, he wasn't going to break the tackle. He's going to get wrapped up. On top of that, the zones kind of jumped a little too crazy. Like I said, you could have 3 deep blues and essentially cover the flats. This year, I feel like it's not going to be like that. Now, who knows what it's going to be like once better players get in the game, when we get these 95 speed, 96 speed corners with 94 zone or something. Maybe it's going to be tough. Maybe it's going to be a little bit better. But right now, I feel like it's effective to throw in the flats and get your yards. It's effective to throw drags. It's effective to throw anywhere over the middle of the field. You can turn up with the ball. The animations of catching are a lot better. So that's what makes it harder to run zone. You know, it's harder to run any defense against passers for the most part. While we see a lot of people just running pretty much man coverage with a couple helper zones here and there. So no, I feel like I don't feel like my user has been bad. It's been different, but I don't think it's unusable. The one thing about the user, he can't change directions that well. You can't just go sprinting left and then all of a sudden flick a switch and sprint right. You can't do that. Which also adds to the ability to throw the ball under 10 yards. You know, I can pepper the middle of the field now because if this user's on the left side, there's no way he's getting back over to the right. And on top of that, as much as we say the user got nerfed, the user jumps now. If you have that Anthony Barr or you have Isaiah Simmons, who's an absolute god in MUT, he jumps. So he jumps and picks the ball off like Lurker. He jumps. It's just like every other year. So they got rid of that whole linebackers can't jump thing anymore. And they're jumping all over the place. So as much as we say the user sucks, He's still going to get the football way more than he did last year, honestly. Yeah. You put the safeties at linebacker, they'll jump and they'll catch passes. I've seen it done, and it's been one of the biggest differences from Madden 20 is that linebacker is going to go get the football if you throw over his head, really. Yeah, Lurker for me is like, and maybe Lurker, honestly, maybe Lurker is super OP now, though, boys. Maybe it actually adds to, like, your change of direction or something. Who knows? Oh, man, talking fast just takes the air out of my life, man. Yeah, it might be Peppers. Who knows? So, I personally, when we talk about the user, I don't mind it. I don't mind zones, and this is what I ask. Like, I feel like zones are good because, I mean, they can take away every route. You just have to have the right zone on the right play, right? I think defense, it's tough. The reason why defense is tough, the biggest takeaway from the weekend for me is that blitzing is tough right now. I don't know what you guys are doing to try to get pressure. I think blitzing, even if they're lined up free over the tackle and they come unblocked, I feel like they still take a long time to get there. So it's like that's kind of essentially what makes pass defense hard because people are sending out 5 wide receivers. If you have anybody with any type of offensive ability, they send out 5 wide receivers. It's going to be really, really tough to guard that, honestly. Yeah, I don't think the pass rush is bad. Because if you've seen these edge threats and these guys, the edge threats go and get it. Now, let's not say pass rush is bad because you put 3 ability points on your player, they're going to go get the quarterback. So I'm not really I'm not ready to say that edge threat or pass rush is bad. Yeah. Once a blitz comes, man, it's going to change the game for real, honestly. I disagree. I disagree. I think edge threat is dominant. It's really good. You know, I don't think that it's fair to say there's no pass rush. I honestly feel like edge threat is tough. You know, I feel like it's good as it was last year when the game started and everything. It's definitely good. Like I said, I think blitzing is a little bit weak. We'll see. Somebody will find some way to get some type of pressure, but I think the offense. Hear me out, Chet. I think the offensive line is too good. Just stock. Now, if someone went out there and slid and ID'd and just got the right protection in order, I feel like the offensive line, when you snap the ball, I feel like this. I feel like we can get into the game, right? You can blitz off the left. I could slide right. I could not block anybody, and the offensive line could still pick it up. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like for the offensive line to be that good, you should be able to, you should have to slide and make adjustments, really. You know, that's kind of how I feel. But then that's kind of what adds to making blitzing weak. Really. Because you can line up the same coverage every time, right? You can line up in the same look every single time, then all of a sudden blitz and the offensive line just be ready for it at all times without the user really giving a shit. Really. Yeah, the computer's offensive line does everything for you. You really don't got to slide. I don't really like. For me, it's good. And honestly, when I say this, the reverse of that, the offensive line being absolutely stupid and not working, would be way worse than what it is now, really. But honestly, I just feel like blitzes. One, with nano detection, they killed blitzes. Like, then blitzes are just it's kind of pointless to try to find blitzes and everything. Yeah, the true clock is terrible. MCS, some of it is going to be mutt. I mean, I think the true clock is without a doubt probably the worst thing. But the true clock for me, it's not even worth talking about because I feel like it's going to be fixed or should be fixed. I don't think it's like a problem with the game. I think it's just like a glitch, really. Yeah, it definitely changed from last year, but who knows, man? It could go back. Oh, fuck. I need some gamer subs, man. I swear to God, I get on here and just start talking nonstop. Just sucks the oxygen out of my life. Yeah, the O-line is definitely good, and if it was worse, that would be a bad thing. For real, for real. For real, Miz, you could just play. I played the yard, bro. Yeah, I think EA is going to make it easier for people to pass. But that's just... the offensive line has been getting good every year. They're still just stupid. You know. The Jurtle fan. The Jurtle. I don't know how to qualify. I don't know anything, man. Just stay tuned for all that information. Everything coming up for the most part, man. Mutt is a good thing. All in all, always a good thing. We talked about it a million times. Crazy, I made the Needed Gaming Invitational Mutt, and I swear EA was like, yo, that's a good idea. Let's make our shit Mutt. Trying to tell you. Yes, I think the AI does take... I think the AI is terrible in Pursuit, Trey. I agree. But when you said that the AI takes shitty Pursuit, I feel like that's... I don't want to say skill. I hate the word skill gap. I feel like that's a talent that people have, making sure they click on, and it forces you to click on and make the play yourself. So, all in all, I don't think it's... I do think it's bad, but somebody with good user and ability to click on and make the tackles themselves and take those pursuit angles themselves is going to be benefited as opposed to somebody that's letting the computer do it. So, you know. My man Compton, there he is, man. 2 months, man. Compton, what's up, man? A pre-roll. I don't know what pre-roll is. Don't know pre-roll. But like I said, the biggest thing is people want... I think zones are as good as they're going to get. I feel like if you put it at 15, it goes 15 yards. Zones, I honestly feel like... I would, but I don't have... I don't have water right now. My girl just bought a case of water. I don't have any water in the fridge to make a drink right now. So I'm kind of selling. Oh. Yeah, I say water. It's a Philadelphia thing. Sorry, you guys have never gotten out ever. Yeah, if something like, I feel like zones take away. The one thing I also realized I noticed is that your DBs go and get the football. Your DBs jump and catch the football if it's in a contested area to make the catch. Your DBs are the ones that's going to come up with the football. That's pretty much how I feel about it. Yeah, people don't get outside and they be like, oh well, you say water. Who says that? Oh my gosh. And people don't leave the house, you know. Just crazy. Just crazy that you guys go ahead and make fun of me for saying water all the time. Yes, defense wins the covered passes 100%. And I feel like that's a good thing. Even Asante Samuel being and going and get the ball. So I honestly, my biggest pet peeve, chat, and I'll tell you guys this. My biggest pet peeve for Madden is when people make, brash statements or brash opinions instantly the weekend the game is out. Who knows? I thought I was the greatest player in the world last year, playing a dollar covered 3 cloud every play, rushing 3, and running cluster. I thought I was the best player in the world. I didn't say that, because I knew the game would change. Obviously it did. So for people to make, statements about what the game is like and what needs to be changed in the first week is pretty nuts to me. Yeah, Steve Young, once the first escape artist drops, it might change the game, man. Yeah, the DBs definitely go get the football. And that's definitely a good thing. Do you guys have any other bad things or... I really don't feel no negatives other than this absolute, money pit that training is, and money pit that, okay, we've lowered touchdown packs to 50K instead of 65K. We've lowered the training you get from quick selling these players. We've upped the training it costs for different abilities. I feel like they're juicing us, chat. You know what I'm saying? We're getting juiced right now. We are getting absolutely juiced by the whole MUT system right now. All right, that's the only. But we're stuck. We literally are drug addicts. Literally. Like, we are stuck because we like playing Madden, and MUT is awesome, and now we're getting juiced. But I feel like we're getting juiced a little bit more every year. We get juiced a little bit more every year. Every year they just stick in that juicer and spin a little bit more. Yeah, training is unaffordable and blitzes are weak, Legend, for sure. Training is definitely dark. I don't even want to try new cars. I don't want to try nothing, man. All right, Josh, my man Josh John. I love the audible formation by personnel. Which one do you utilize the most, Josh? That's what I asked you. Which audible do you utilize the most when you use that, as far as audible and from like Deuce Close to Bunch? My man BD Boy with that Twitch Prime. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Yep. Training is definitely rough. Training is the juice. We are getting juiced, man. Yes, I agree, Trey. The quarterback can move without escape artist. Does that mean escape artist is going to be OP, or is escape artist just going to be a little bit quicker? I still feel like they're a little bit slow behind the line. You can tell a difference once they hit that line as opposed to when they're behind it. But I think it's a great balance. We'll see what escape artist is like. I haven't played that much regs, but we'll see. We'll see how it works as far as that. Honestly, it's a good idea. Bunch to goal line. It's not a bad idea. Why can't clubs be regs teams? Regs is ass, bro. I'm going to be honest. Regs is ass. I like trips tight end, the wing flex close, and Raiders. Clubs should be theme teams. Oh, that might be hell. Yeah, regs is not good, bro. Like, if you're stuck in regs, man, you got to start grinding MUT. Whether that means you pay for it or you just grind, 10 games every night, or you make your team better slowly. Now, I'll be honest. I taught the Skimbo today about MUT, right? And some of you guys might be in here, man. Your team might suck. You don't have $1,000 to spend. The first week of MUT, you won't catch up. We are competitive players, streamers are all spending $1,000 on their team, right? If you're not going to spend that, your team it's going to look like your team sucks, okay? And it's going to be depressing and make you say things like, I want to play regs, I can't compete. As the year goes on, you're going to have more opportunities to catch up. You know what I'm saying? You have had no weekend league. You haven't had any games played. If you get to 200 games played, you play 3-4 weekend leagues, you're going to get tons of rewards. And you're going to slowly build your team up. So the first weekend, you're never going to be able to compete. You're going to get blown away by some teams that are on the field. And honestly, there's so many MUT nerds that spend more money than me and spend more money than the next guy just to have, I want to get to 88 overall first. It's like, come on, man. Yeah, you just need more time, Mert. You feel me? Yeah, like, especially the first weekend, it's like I have sprinter, I have all these abilities, all these power-ups. It's like it's not feasible for a casual person to keep up with my team in the first month. I truly believe after, as the longer the season goes on and you can grind, you can get a better team, honestly. Yeah, solo battles is a bunch of different things, man. Yeah, they're definitely gonna. It's gonna get to the point. They're definitely gonna get to the point where Madden's pay to play. It might turn away the same bots that would have got turned away anyway. The same people that say Madden's pay to play, they're gonna get turned away even more. Oh, Madden's even more pay to play now. I just can't wait. Honestly, the people that say Madden's more pay to play have never played salary cap or never dealt with building a salary cap team ever. So like those people, I really couldn't care less about their opinion on Madden and competitive Madden, really. Yeah, my draft is and that's something I'm going to do with my no money spent team, which honestly, this is my biggest thing is I really don't want to play no money spent, really. When I spent all the money, bro. SC, listen, if you're no money big time, you never played SC the right way. If SC was affordable, you never played it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, SC, picture SC. SC is like you just don't have linemen. You just don't have, backups. But you still have the brand new Tyreek Hill. You still have the 99 quarterback. You still have Randy Moss. You still need Dion. You still need Deshaun Taylor. You still need Clowney. Like, you still got to buy every single good card, Yeah. There's definitely ways to grind, man. I want to do no money spent on that account with no solos, straight bronzes. I don't want to do the solo thing, man. I feel like cheating them solos was low, bro. My man returned a raise with the tier 1. 15 months, my man raised. Thank you, man. Yeah, I feel like cheating the solos is glitching the whole no money spent system. Yeah, salary cap with the training would just be wild. Yeah, I feel like glitching the solo is cheating the no money spent system. Yeah, power ups. Salary cap costs a lot, man. From the casual feeling, it feels like, it's not going to cost that much. But it costs a lot, bro. Sad, man. I don't know when we're doing no money, no time spent. No money, no time spent, bro. That's pretty much how it works. No, it's not glitching. It's just you play the same solo over and over and over and over and over for fucking 6 hours, dude. These guys are just sickos. Yeah, Mutt is going to actually probably save people money. Get to have one team. Get to be cool with that team and just build from that team, honestly. Now I'm ready to go long hair. Now I'm ready. All right, let me get this left guard. Let me get this right guard. Let me put more money into the game, honestly. Yeah. No skill. Mutt. Twitch Prime, man. Thank you, buddy. Oh, damn. I ain't even switched this little part. Cheese. Crackers. Yeah, I feel like head-to-head is sweaty, bro. Honestly. I have no idea how you qualify. I don't know. I'm just going to keep playing head-to-head, play weekend league, and play every mode possible, really. There was a poll, I believe, if it would be on All Madden, and the thing was they could not put leaderboards on All Madden. If you're going to play 400 leaderboard games on All Pro, it's tough to then have the tournament on All Madden. And I'm cool with as long as the mode stays the same. I'm just glad we have the timing that we do like last year. The timing is the same in every mode. Honestly, as much as like All Madden, All Pro matters, the timing difference as far as the runoff, as far as all that with the clock in Mutt compared to salary cap last year, I thought that was the biggest difference rather than the All Pro, All Madden. Now that the clock's the same, just get me on one difficulty and just keep running that mode pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, weekend league's gonna be important. For sure. Weekend league's gonna be fun. I don't know when the first weekend league is. Maybe it's this weekend. Who knows? You know. I would assume next weekend though. I would assume next weekend is the weekend. Yes, everybody should register. And on top of that, Ray, did you see they said you get a free fantasy bundle for registering, right? You guys saw that. Did you guys see that? If you register for the club series, you get a free fantasy bundle for your team. Free elite fantasy bundle. So you get a free elite card, right? So now everybody and their mother is going to sign up for that, right? Now, next year they're going to say, wow, look how many players played in the MCS. That's pretty much what they're going to say. Oh, 65,000 people signed up and played and competed. No, 40,000 people wanted that free elite. The other 10 were like, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll see they're going to bring that stat up. You know? Just like they said, if we make Weekend League a qualifying mode, we can justify that all those people, all the money they spent on their team went to the MCS. Now, this could be good, though. Because now maybe everybody that signs up to get their free card, now EA can turn around and say, look at all these people that are playing MUT head-to-head that signed up. All the money that they spent on their team is MCS revenue. So now it might look back at the end of the year that MCS made so much more money and was way more successful this year. So then next year, instead of going up $100,000, maybe we can go to $2 million. You know? So, we'll see. Yeah, Natty, it's probably 500 maybe. I don't know, dude. For me, I feel like it's like 100 people. I don't know. D, what's up, man? How are you? Yes, Chase. And on top of that, they're getting more sponsors. They're getting more things, and the prize pool is not rising like it should. I seen a Gillette sponsorship on this damn hairstyle for the yard player that can't be a baldy. What type of game like this doesn't have a bald-headed option? That's the one thing I don't understand. Like, what type of game doesn't have the bald-headed option? You know, I feel like we need the bald-headed option for your creative player. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but I feel like we should definitely have that bald-headed option. It's actually rough, man. Thank you, Javi. Ball guy should be the base option. The base option. But you know, it wasn't. And that's fine, man. Don't got cornrows. You feel me, Legend? I don't got nothing, bro. I don't know what hairstyles they have. 2K had all that stuff. Once 2K Madden comes out, boom. It's going to be way better. Everything's going to be way better. I really thought, man, the waves and the dreads. They should definitely go, it's 50, if you power down the whole player, it's 50%. It should go back to 80 like the abilities are, honestly. Facts, Josh. Facts. They don't want me to be great. I'm telling you. They take my Tuesday nights. They take my MUT head-to-head ideas. They don't put a baldy in the yard. If y'all don't see how I'm being held back, man, your eyes aren't open. You know, I haven't got a copy of Madden. Held back, Jesse. Like, they are trying to end me. Trying their best. But the train don't stop. The train, honestly, hasn't even started yet. It hasn't even left the station yet, boys. I'll be honest. The train hasn't even left the station. Facts. Emerald. It's actually crazy when you think about it, bro. Don't give me a code, bro. They got Earl hairstyle, bro. Facts, Earl, you feel me? They don't want to see old guys. Exactly, Josh. That's what we need. We got to pop this club series. You know what I'm saying? And turn up. The train has not left the station yet, boys. Not left the station. But like I said, this was one of my goals. One of my goals going into Madden 21 is to keep the podcast at a respectable hour. That's what I feel. I feel like when we get to 3 hours sometimes, I guess maybe some topics are worth that. But once we get into 2.5 hours, I feel like that's rough. I feel like that's a long time. You know, I don't know when clubs will probably be. January clubs will probably be October, November time, honestly. Bro, Emerald, we're not gonna talk about the yard guys looking like a white guy. Fact share. Normally I just start rushing somebody. Normally I just start airing somebody out. Really. Normally it happens, bro. I don't really know who to air out. I air Jesse out too much. He not even like a candidate for getting aired out, bro. But sheesh. The King Ward belt winner. Are all you guys going to sign up for Club Series? Let me know. Are you guys going to sign up for Club Series this year? Talk to me, chat. Of everybody in here, that everybody should sign up at least to get your free Legend Fantasy Pack. You guys should sign up, bro. It's fun. It's fun. Playing Madden is fun. Playing Madden for something is a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit better, but it's a little more, it packs a little more punch, really. You know? Yeah, I think y'all should, man. Y'all should rock out. Jesse, I would never lose to you, man. Jesse, if I ever lost to you, Madden, I would literally retire. Jesse, if I lost to you, Madden, I would retire. I would give you all my channel. I would say, Jesse, here, go stream. You can change the name to Jesse. Everything. It's not happening, ever. Literally not happening. Yeah, y'all definitely should try, man. This is my thing. What's the worst thing that happen? You lose. I tell you, man, I'm 33 years old. I've been playing video games my whole life. I done lost a lot. I don't know about you guys. I done lost a lot. And honestly, I'm still here on top of the world. So losing, I don't want to say losing isn't the worst thing, but it's not the worst thing, bro. We get a rebrand. What's the rebrand? I don't need a rebrand. When do I need a rebrand? I need a rebrand? Y'all think I need a rebrand? I don't think I need a rebrand. Captain Bucks, you can make it, bro. I believe in you. You can make top whatever. You can make top. What's the call? You can make top 25 or whatever, bro. Jesse, you haven't played Edge Threat? Oh, so you haven't really played. All right, this is what we're going to do, though. This was the Needed Podcast, episode 95. 96 around the corner. Like I said, we're going to do a best of the podcast for the 100th episode. So if you guys have any memorable moments or anything like that, please go ahead and let me know what I should go back and clip. It's going to be hard work going back and clip, but thanks to my guys, my man Ward and obviously my man Vasquez, Asquez, they're going to help me out. We're going to go through there, man. You know, so we're going to get it done. So if there's any memorable moments from the last 95, 99 episodes, please let me know what was your favorite moment, for real. But we will be back next week. I hope all you guys are enjoying Madden. All you guys sign up for the club series, man. Like I told you, if you don't know where to go, follow Madden League Ops on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. And you guys can figure out way more information about this. But keep your ear to the MCS world if you want to compete. And all you guys should. At the end of the day, you get a free Legend bundle.